Good morning. Thank you for coming. Dear colleagues in the Board of Directors, thank you for coming. Officers of the CMV, thank you for coming. My warmest welcome to all of you, those present in this splendid hall full of history, and those who are following the events of Bolsas y Mercados Españoles Investors Day through different media technologies. In 12 years, as a listed company, we have kept a continuous, transparent, and friendly contact through different means with individuals, professionals, and institutions interested in our company. Today, we are stepping up that natural and necessary relationship in the understanding that the events that have taken place in the financial systems and the exchanges in the recent past and the overwhelming flood of regulation that followed and has not yet ceased are going to affect the framework in which we operate and the way or ways in which we can tackle the near future. I hope that from this presentation you can register at least two ideas that I consider relevant for investment decisions. One, the character of BME. We are many things, but a very important one is that we are the administrators of a system that facilitates the credible and transparent price formation of perhaps the main assets of this country. At the same time, we are the administrators of the mechanisms facilitating the very core financing of these companies. To serve that purpose, which in the past motivated the creation of our exchanges, some of which, by the way, are approaching 200 years of existence, we have extended our reach to what we call the whole value chain. And we serve that purpose with a total respect and collaboration with the prevailing supervisory and regulatory elements. And also, we do so based on an extremely healthy financial situation. The role BME plays in our financial system and the way we serve it define our character, an outstandingly solid and stable company. The second idea makes reference to organization and strategy. Putting together BME and listing the company in our exchanges created the impulse and favored the required flexibility to address the demands of tens of thousands of shareholders. Combining adequate organization and realistic diversification has made possible for BME to enjoy business and financial parameters that are benchmarks for the industry. To step up a flexible strategy within the proper organization design is what is going to be described to you today. Teams of professionals with a deep knowledge of the business, who have dedicated good part of their lives, I would say of their young lives, to it, bring to you a strategic prospect for the near future of BME based on solid and stable ground. Thank you for listening, and now I give the floor to Javier Hernani. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have listened to the presentations of different business units. I think all of them very interesting, very detailed, with a lot of ideas. We're working on this. This is not a strategic plan on paper. It's already being implemented. We are working in different lines because we know, obviously, that BME needs to be transformed to deliver what we just said. We have 5 lines in this strategic plan as a transformational plan to be able to meet the targets. First of all, promoting cultural change. It's true, we need to understand what is happening in the market. We need clearly talent and capabilities that today we don't totally have. Our human resources department is working very deeply on this to attract talent and to make it, as I said before, make it work with our expertise. I think this is a very important route of transformation in the company that is going to help us very much. Second, we have to reinforce project governance, enhance agile development of our initiatives. Why? Because obviously time to market is everything for our clients. And so we need to be, once we have the idea, once we have developed the concept and talk to the client, we have to be quick. We have to actually deliver the product time to market. And this obviously needs enhancing our project governance to make it happen. Third, a prudent and focused M&A process, an efficient integration plan. Inorganic growth is key in this strategic plan. It's obviously complicated to do that. Let me remind you that BME is one of the biggest experiences in putting together different companies. BME is the result of 7 groups going together when we did the IPO. And by the way, I have flavors of the IPO in this day, seeing analysts and explaining the business thoroughly. We've done it. We've done it with 7 companies. We can do it with more going forward. Third, fourth, new technologies and innovation are the forefront of BME transformation. I'm not going to stress this more. As Ramon said, we have to do a lot of things in this, new products, new capabilities to bring into BME. We are working on all these lines. We have data, have projects, we have laboratories and people working in these lines. And finally, accelerating commercial transformation. I said it before, it's not enough to stress it many times. Customer engagement is going to be key in BME going forward. We will transform that activity by being very active and very close to our clients in order to do everything else. So this transformational plan, wrapping up, will take us to this, what we said during the presentation. First, in the market and aspiration, the industry trends are putting pressure on BME core business, but also provide opportunities. We went through them. Which ones we think they are the key trends, which ones are opportunities, which ones are challenges. We have to obviously understand that and put it into our businesses. And BME has developed this strategic plan with the aim of to become the infrastructure provider for financial institutions. This is the vision of the company. This is what we are. This is our DNA. This is our nature. If we leverage on that, I think we will be successful. The strategic plan has 4 strategic lines. Sustain and further growth our core business. Absolutely central to what we are. We have to be better in what we do. Bring additional services to our existing customers, because on the leverage of this core business, we can do more for them, integrating those businesses in our capacity, and open up new customer groups and new offerings, because we have ideas, because we have the best thing that anybody can have, which is the best companies of Spain, at least, are already our clients. They are members of our platforms, members of clearing, members of the settlement and registration. They are issuers. All of them trust BME, know BME. We have the best customer base that any company, I think, in my opinion, can work through. And then expand into new geographies. We can do this in other countries, and we will try very much to do so. Execution of the strategic plan. Organic growth in projects. I'm going to be tired to say that organic growth is important. Many times our initiatives of organic growth do not deserve a big investment or do not deserve to buy a company. But if we do it on our capacity install, they add up a lot going forward in long term. So organic growth is something that is the blood of the system, enables BME to continue to be an efficient one-stop shop. In organic growth, prudent, programmatic, we'll do what we think is right to try to enhance what we did before, as I said before. And then, obviously, the commitment to a financial discipline that is, I think, one of the values of the company going forward, which is to be able to maintain stable dividends and very good profitability. I think this is a strategic plan that is ambitious, but I think we can do it. I think we have the relevant people, the relevant team, and the right ideas to go forward. So this is the basic lines. We open the floor now, if you want, for Q&A. We will respond to your questions here in the hall, and then as well the questions from the are coming through the website. Thank you.